Hello, I'm Cindy Mitchell. I'm a fellow student, non-traditional, obviously, in this interdisciplinary class. Um, and I came back to college 2 years ago and chose this degree because it offered me more choices and didn't have to go down just one road, but I could learn from many different fields. I didn't know, though, exactly what it meant to be an IDS major. I know much more about it now, and I'm very happy to be learning it. It's teaching us a skill set that'll be very valuable for folks with their careers, those who have careers to look forward to, and you all do. Um, we're learning to look at life and its components and all the complexity that is in life. We can consider the complexity of a social problem, realize that it's multifaceted, that there are many facets to what goes into that problem, wonder about it, wonder if there isn't a better solution for it. So we're developing the skill set to find the commonalities among all of the different aspects of a social problem, and see if we can find better solutions for it. So, for example, if we're looking as a student at the high mortality rate in minority groups in the community during COVID, we know that we can look at writings about that event that have been done by uh, doctors, biologists, um, pharmaceutical companies, um, and scientists, and we're going to get a lot of information from those different disciplines that are valuable and important, but they will all to some extent reflect the disciplinary bias of their discipline, because that's kind of part of how the world works. We also each have personal bias that we can learn to overcome when we're trying to take a scientific approach to a situation, and that's important. So we look at those writings from the biologists and the physicians and the chemists and the pharmaceutical companies related to that issue. And then we read writings and studies and journals that have been done by psychologists, sociologists, and people who are studying cultural differences. We'll find a very different set of writings that are equally important. There will be a lot of differences among all those writings, but there will be some commonality too. And that's what we're being trained in IDS program to learn to do, is find the commonalities, the threads between all of those studies, those journals, those research findings. Find the commonality that might be able to be pulled together, integrated to create a more workable solution in the future. Um, we can take that skill set into a job interview when we graduate, and we can tell our potential employer that we have developed a skill set. If we're being hired into the marketing department for a major insurance company, and they're looking for someone who can take their plans into a particular group and explain it to them and offer it to them and try to make that work for that group of people, then we need and can learn all of the different plans that are involved in our insurance company that we've gone to work for. And those plans will have been developed through the lens of biology and scientific research, um, medicine, chemistry, pharmacology, as well as economics and financing. We'll take those different plans that have been formulated and offer it to a group of people, and we will research what socioeconomic strata we're going into. Who are these people? Where are we going to give this talk? Who are the people that live there? What's their cultural background? What's their diversity? Um, what are their needs, health in terms of health care? What are their wants? What are their concerns? What are they worried about? How much can they afford? And we'll be able to find the threads of commonality between what that group of people is looking for and need for their health care needs, and match it to the threads of connectivity and commonality that our plans can offer them. And we'll tailor the right plan according to their budget and needs and wants that fits in with who they are and where they live. That's what we can tell our potential employers. Those of you who will have those potential employers and you've got a good long way ahead of you, this is a great skill to learn to develop and take into that setting. And I know you're all going to do well, and it's a pleasure to be here and be a part of it. Let's keep rolling.